Arsenal can finally seal Kylian Mbappe transfer today after 8 years scouting mission. Arsenal continue to be linked with a move for Kylian Mbappe as his contract with PSG comes towards an end amid rumors of a transfer to Real Madrid. Arsenal could bring an end to an 8-year scouting mission as they are handed the chance to land Paris Saint-Germain superstar Kylian Mbappe as soon as today, January 1st. The Frenchman continues to be linked with an exit from his club following on from an ongoing contract debate. The forward has made a name for himself as one of the best in the world in recent years, leading to talks of a move elsewhere, such as the Premier League or La Liga. That has never quite materialized though, with a new deal very often being struck with the French champions. That hasn't been the case so far, though, as last summer the 25-year-old refused to trigger a one-year contract extension, meaning he had just 12 months remaining on his deal. Panic stations were hit at the Parc des Princes, where drastic measures were taken to try and strike a compromise. Either a new deal was signed or an exit would be negotiated, but neither came as the club isolated Mbappe from the first team and pre-season training camps. Eventually, once the League One season was underway, he was called back and hasn't seemingly looked like leaving since. However, fast forward to the winter, and there are just 6 months remaining on a contract that is dwindling as each day continues to pass. There are more options on the table, and a potential exit seems all the more likely to teams that continue to circle a potential bargain. Arsenal have been one of those teams linked in recent months and could confirm a deal as soon as January 1st due to pre-contract registration. With those final months of his contract ahead, Mbappe can reach an agreement with a club outside of League One to sign for them in the summer. If that is the Gunners, then he could be confirmed as soon as possible, bringing them much-needed firepower in the attack. Even if they have to wait a few months, such a deal could bring an end to an 8-year mission following the club missing out on Mbappe in 2018. That was according to a former scout, Gilles Grimaldi, who told Ladbrokes via the Express, "We tried to convince him Mbappe before in 2016. We met his parents in London, who came to the training ground, and alongside Arsene and Richard Lowe, we traveled to meet Kylian in the south of France. We tried to convince him, but I don't think it was the best time for us. That meeting took place the day after we had just lost to Swansea at home in the league, which itself followed a defeat at Old Trafford. And I remember we had a big game away just 3 days later against Tottenham, so the timing was not ideal."